Being a software engineer is 90% telling an AI what you think you want, 9% sitting in meetings, and 1% typing code fast enough to convince yourself you're actually productive. But that's the polished definition. Let's go deeper into what the job really looks like when nobody's recording a day in the life vlog with perfect lighting and suspiciously positive energy. Your day begins, not with an alarm, but with a notification glowing through the morning haze. High CPU usage detected. You're barely awake, but the job has already begun. You open your laptop, and the room fills with the cold blue light of responsibilities. A few years ago, you'd prepare yourself to dive into logs. Today, you quietly whisper to an AI assistant,
"Explain why this failed as if I'm barely functioning."
It does. You're grateful. Then it's time for the stand-up, a sacred tradition where everyone pretends yesterday went exactly as planned. It's supposed to be quick, but instead it turns into chaos. Someone is connecting from a car. Someone forgot to unmute for the fourth time. You give your update. Working on the API integration. Should be done today. You said the same thing yesterday, you'll say it tomorrow. Nobody notices. That's the beauty of it. After stand-up, the real work begins. You open a ticket describing a feature enhancement in 2 simple sentences. 2 sentences that could take hours, days, or a small lifetime. And before touching anything, you read the code. Because it's the only way to understand what past you or some vanished engineer was trying to do. Every file you open contains 2 things: logic that barely survived production and comments that explain nothing. After a quick tour through the ruins, you finally turn to your AI assistant. It responds with a clean, confident plan, and somehow a better explanation of the code than your brain could manage before coffee. You read it and think, this is brilliant, but also capable of breaking production in 17 different ways. So you refine it, shape it, question it, the AI regenerates code, and you sculpt it carefully, because while it moves fast and sounds confident, it sometimes creates logic that feels imported from an alternate universe. Real engineering hasn't gone away. It's evolved. Now the job is 10% writing code, 70% verifying AI-generated hallucinations, and 20% making the kinds of decisions nobody else can make. Eventually, the first bug of the day arrives. A message appears. Feature broken for some users. That's it. No screenshots, no logs, just a vague symptom and a request to magically know what went wrong. You reproduce the issue locally. It doesn't happen. You try another path. Still nothing. You summon a coworker to look at it, and suddenly the bug proudly reveals itself as it was waiting for an audience. It is a tiny condition that never accounted for a perfectly valid input. One line fix, hours of searching for it. That's the job. Huge chunks of time spent hunting tiny mistakes. Somewhere in between all this, you remember you're a human being. You grab lunch, something quick, because engineers know that the second you get too comfortable, chaos appears. You eat while scrolling through documentation, design documents, and a chat thread where 3 people are debating naming conventions with the seriousness of a legal negotiation. Afternoon brings meetings, planning sessions, one-on-ones, and design reviews. The future system looks elegant, but you know that once deadlines, constraints, and inevitable surprises hit it, the elegant design will morph into controlled complexity, like any code that lives in real life. Then there's that focused window of time when everything slows down in a good way. You've absorbed enough context. The requirements make sense, the problem is clear, and your hands finally start doing what your brain has been trying to do all day. You refactor something ugly into something clean. You add tests, and they pass on the first run, which feels suspicious, but you accept it. By the end of the day, you haven't built a revolutionary new product. You probably didn't finish everything on your to-do list. The day in the life videos make it look like every day ends with a finished feature, a gym session, and a sunset. In reality, most days end in the middle of something: an in-progress branch, a half-written test, a sticky note with "ask about this tomorrow." In the real life of a software engineer, some days you ship something visible. Most days, you move things forward a little, and that's enough. Your day will be filled with moments where you feel both brilliant and clueless in the same hour. And still, you keep going, not because every day is perfect, but because you genuinely enjoy solving problems, learning, building things that matter, and occasionally fixing something that felt unfixable. That's the real story. Not glamorous, not polished, but real. This was Code Wrap. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not sure yet, stick around. One of the next videos will convince you. See you in the next one.